All right, here we go, guys. So we are back with another one of these mini courses where we're just trying to alleviate some of the pressure felt by agencies out there. We want to give them some tangible stuff to do with some of the cool technology that we found. And today is another one that I'm really excited about because it shows you something really actionable and valuable and tangible that you can do during these times with your clients' social media management. I'm here with Arjun Ray of HelloWoofy.com. He's going to show us some of the cool aspects of the platform and for the agencies that are truly hit by these hard times. So we want to show you how to remain competitive, show value using this comprehensive social media solution. So why don't you go ahead and share your screen, Arjun?
Absolutely. And before we get started, just to answer your question in terms of differentiating factors, I mean, we obviously have tremendous amount of respect for our competitors, namely Hootsuite and Buffer and, Radian6, which is now at Salesforce as Marketing Cloud. We happen to know many of the founders of these companies, and I've been looking up to them ever since I was a teenager and building my own companies. But the fact of the matter is, while that's true, they really haven't innovated and they really haven't supported the underdog, the small agency, the small business owner to be able to compete competitively against the unlimited marketing budgets of the world. And what ends up happening is, and Alex, you can probably relate to this as a founder, the small business, the small enterprise, the small agency competes on budgets. They don't compete on talent or creativity or the ability to storytell. You are competing namely on how much money you can throw at marketing, at social marketing, organic marketing, whatever that may be, versus a giant of a company with unlimited resources, with unlimited marketing budgets. So what we want to show you today is the ability for you to take that benefit, that advantage out of the corporation's hands and put the ball back in your court so you can compete based on creativity and your ability to storytell.
Yeah, and I like that. I mean, compete with your ability as an agency. You want to stay creative. You don't want to be having to search hashtags and images and all that stuff out there. So
totally.
How it's done. Let's do this.
Now, here's the lay of the land. Of course, like I said, we love our competitors. They laid the foundation. They built this industry from the get-go. While we have a tremendous amount of respect for them, this still feels very clunky. In fact, it feels very outdated. But even if you take away the lack of sex appeal here, the fact of the matter is it's garbage in, garbage out. If you don't have the ability to understand why you did really well or why you did terribly bad when you're posting on your behalf, on the behalf of your clients or yourself, that is not intelligence at all. You're not actually learning from your mistakes. As you and I know, Alex, we learn from mistakes when we make them, we learn from them, we analyze it, but this tool doesn't allow you to do any of that. But it's affordable at $30 a month. I remember when it was $10 a month. This is affordable. But now when you take a look at tools which are like Radian6, which is Marketing Cloud now at Salesforce, you would expect a little bit more intelligence, but this is a monitoring tool. This is a social radar. It tells you the semantics, the sentiment analysis, it tells you what words are working, et cetera, et cetera. It almost makes you feel like you need a PhD to understand how do you take this information out. But let's just say you have a PhD or a master's degree. At $100,000 a year in price point, this is unaffordable for a small business, a small agency. What we wanted to do was build something obviously that looked better for one thing, and color-driven aspects of the platform show functionality, and we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. But most importantly, have a layer of data science, make it so simple that your 10-year-old can understand how to run a marketing campaign, how to create copy, and actually be off to the races, competing head-on with the giant corporation we were talking about earlier. So for example, purple is indicative of your campaigns. So if you want to run a campaign, say you're running a restaurant, you run a hotel, and you have promotions happening every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, that's great. You have content coming out on the 6th, 8th, and the 10th. But what if you want to do this every week? You can turn on pattern recognition, and what you're telling Woofy to do is be a good boy, go fetch content from the parameters I set, the categories of content I set, the time I set, and post it to the social media platforms I tell you to on an ongoing basis. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say we want to post to, let's say, our corporate account. We want to call this, the motivational content campaign. We want to end this campaign on the 30th. We want to, choose 9 o'clock in the morning to be posted to. We want to choose the motivational content as well as some entrepreneur content, and you're good to go. Now you set it and you forget it. Now, of course, with Instagram, you do want to make sure that you have the iOS application downloaded. Just as terms of service, they do require you to post through the app, but we'll do all the optimization, all the curation on the web platform and automatically convey that to the application itself. But that's not even the magic. The magic is truly when you start creating a single post or you're adding content to your library. So let's go ahead and start typing. So let's, for example, if let's say I love, and I just stop there. As you can see, it's auto-completing. It's almost like Gmail Smart Compose for marketing copywriting at your fingertips. It's like an agency, 24/7 available for agencies. So if I type in I love you and my coffee, let's just say this is a post for a restaurant. What'll happen is it's obviously auto-completing it, but then it'll give you recommendations for emojis that will do really well based on what you typed in so far. And Alex, I have to take a moment here and stop and obviously make sure that people realize emojis are shown to drive double-digit uplifts in engagement. And we're not talking 11% or 12%. We're talking up to 50, 64% at a time. And that's only because emojis are obviously going after the fact that we're visual creatures. Adobe came out a couple of months ago in the trend report, and you can read it on your own time for the audience out there, as well as HubSpot. And they've consistently said emojis tend to do a really good job to drive engagement on any medium. Internally, when we're doing it in email marketing and email newsletters, we're seeing 120% uplift in open rates based on you not using emojis and using contextually relevant emojis. And this technology, the ability to autocomplete copywriting, as well as see the right emojis and see the right hashtags, which I'm going to show you soon, we're actually now building technology that allows you to do long form content and blogging. I'll show you the demo as well. So now we have a piece of copy that we can go ahead and post something with. When you click on the purple light bulb, what will then happen is that we'll try to figure out copyright-free images that would do really well based on what you typed, and then give you recommendations for hashtags based on that as well. Now, keep in mind, most people tend to go to Google Images and try to find images there and take the image and think that it's okay, but it's not okay. Majority of the images in Google Images are actually copyrighted. You're setting yourself up for a huge, huge issue down the road if your marketing campaign or your client's campaign actually does really well. In our case, we're looking at Unsplash, we're looking at Pixabay. Soon, we're going to be integrating with Shutterstock and Adobe Photostock. If you have subscriptions to any of those platforms, good for you. You can automatically upload images here as well. Now, as you can see here, we detected relevant hashtags. We then added the hashtags into the copy itself. Let's add this to the end of this. And we're good to go. Now, of course, if you're working with international clients and you don't speak the language, or maybe you do speak the language, get this. We can translate this into any other language that you can see here. So I speak a little bit of French. So let's go ahead and click on French. Minor formatting issue right there. And you can see, je t'aime et mon café. The ability for you to type something in one language, translate it into another language, programmatically get you the right emojis, show you the right images that are copyright free, then show you hashtags. We took away hours of grunt work that would have taken you just for one post. Now, scale it out with 1,000 posts you have to do this week or 10,000 posts you have to do this month for your clients. It's an unfair advantage in your pocket.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, all of the different types of services or optimizations to a service, or even if you're getting tremendous pressure from clients to downgrade a bit, to cut costs, this may be something that you can look towards to still keep your margins and be able to offer maybe even better services with higher margins using Hello Woofy as opposed
Absolutely. Now get this too. If we had a quote, maybe your clients run a hotel that has a lot of blog posts coming out, a lot of thought leadership articles coming out, a lot of how-to articles about the activities around the hotel. Paste in the article itself, and Woofy will go ahead and fetch content for you in terms of quotes to be used that you can then go ahead and add to the post itself. Like, for example, we can go ahead and add this in, and then it'll find hashtags that are related to the article itself, and then give you emoji recommendations based on what it found. Now get this, all of this amazing data science is based on not a million data points, based on 153 million data points. And we're continuously adding more. By the end of the year, we anticipate to have over 500 million data points, giving you recommendations for the right words, the right emojis, the right hashtags, and that's only going to get better. So for the offer that we're offering you today, know this, we're all of this future development and the future technology that's coming in is all included. We're not keeping it away from you. Now, moving into the Discover section, if you're looking for content that might be relevant to your niche, you can find content here. Like, for example, if I click on the business category, like this TechCrunch article, I can read the article. I can add it to the library, as you can see here on the bottom right, or I can create a single post. And regardless of what you end up doing, you'll see this exact same modal. The platform will read the content for you, give you recommendations for quotes, give you recommendations for emojis, and so on and so forth. But the other aspect that we give you in terms of a competitive advantage is a Similarity Engine, which we filed patents around as well as the first part I mentioned in terms of the demo. Here, unlike any platform, we give you a sense of understanding of how similar your content is as you're typing in real time, as it's sitting in your library being analyzed by our data science engines itself. And what that means is Twitter does not like similar content. In fact, they don't like duplicated content at all. So as the similarity score inches itself towards 85% or goes beyond 85%, we tell you immediately that, hey, Alex, you need to change this up a little bit. Twitter's not going to like it. But we don't leave you to your own devices. You can go ahead and add another quote. If I want to add another piece of the post here, I can say, I love this amazing content. But then maybe I don't like the word amazing. I mean, Alex, you don't like the word amazing. You like the word awesome. And you don't like the word content. You like message. I love this awesome message, also known as a pillar, and that's the quote. Now, if you don't like the quote, we can go ahead and switch it out for another quote from the article. The point is, it's your best friend, hence the name of the company. It's your best friend working with you 24/7, giving you an unfair advantage against the Goliaths of the world running marketing budgets, unlimited marketing budgets. And so I'm sure there are other capabilities that we can talk about as well, but the most important thing is we're giving this product away $49 for a lifetime. If there is some situation that you're facing, there's some adversity you're facing, you reach out to us through the help section. Let me know the story. I'll reduce the pricing for you. In fact, in some cases, I'll make it free. The point is, we want to help you compete. We want you to be back up and running as a business owner. If there's anything we can do in terms of helping you along those lines, we're all game for it. In fact, for us, what's in it for us is feedback. We want your feedback. We want your input. We want to find out what's working for you, what's not working for you, so that we can build, as a technology data science company, a technology for you and your needs. And this isn't a relationship I want to start for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I want to build a relationship for the next 10 years, because this will be the next billion-dollar company, and we can do it with users, with customers like you.
Thank you so much, Arjun. And this is a wonderful, wonderful tool, wonderful offer. I mean, that's very gracious of you. Hope everyone enjoyed what they saw here. And where can they go to go ahead and get started with this offer? Is there a landing page, or should they just book a demo?
Absolutely. So go to our website. Go ahead and click on the green button right here in the middle. There's a green button almost every scroll throughout the page. Click on the link. Read a little bit about the product. Obviously, inform yourself about the product. Go ahead and take a look at the features. We talked about some of the features today. That's just a sample of what the technology can offer. Once you're good to go, click on the Buy Now button, and you'll be taken into a shopping cart. One of the things I did want to focus on or highlight is the blog feature, which I was mentioning that we were going to talk about. If you remember the autocomplete feature and the ability to see emojis and be able to see recommendations for the right words as you're typing, imagine doing that for 1,000 to 5,000 word articles and blog posts at scale. As you know, content is king, but writing articles is difficult, especially if you don't know what you're typing, what you want to talk about, how to talk about it, what format, etc. Our technology is now being built this week, actually, and it'll be released within 2 to 3 weeks to allow you to do long form content on your blog. Now, we'll support Medium initially, but if you have a WordPress blog or if you have a LinkedIn article you want to post, you can copy and paste it from here into that platform. Eventually, in the next couple of weeks, we will integrate with those platforms as well to automate it. But initially, it'll be automating to medium.com. So I highly recommend getting on Medium, getting your content out there, getting your story out there, and using our platform to allow you to programmatically create the content itself. Again, we found in internal research, because I do a lot of long-form content in our platform already. Obviously, it's not designed for it, but I do it anyways. We found 30 to 40% reduction in time, in grunt work. And just because it's your best friend. It nudges you to write the next word, complete the word you're typing. It's your best friend. Hello Woofy is to serve the underdog.
Awesome. All right, Arjun. Well, hopefully everybody enjoyed this. Hopefully you find it valuable. Hopefully you try it out. Go ahead and reach out to Arjun. Join Hello Woofy, hellowoofy.com. And hopefully we'll see you guys there. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Arjun. Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Wash your hands. Stay healthy. See you guys.